Hello, welcome to everyone. Welcome to our physical education YouTube channel. Today we are discussing about yoga. First, discussing about meaning. What is the yoga? The yoga has been derived from the Sanskrit word yuj, which means to join individual soul with the soul of divine. It is a comprehensive system linking body, breath, mind, intelligence, wisdom, and spirit. Yoga helps in creating balance and harmony in body. Yoga creates symmetry throughout the body, making one strong and flexible and balanced. Yoga also teaches to balance the mental urge to push, control, and be assertive with the impulse to yield, submit, and passive. Thus, yoga helps in attaining a balanced attitudinal equilibrium. Pranayama is considered as the science of breath because the body gets energy through respiratory system. The other systems of the body are also directly related with prana. Pranayama thus refers to extensions of breath and its control. The humans observe prana means breath, through fresh air in three ways: normal breathing, deep breathing, yogic breathing. First one, normal breathing. In this kind of humans observe normal quantity of prana. Second one, deep breathing, inhalation slowly and exhalation slowly. The amount of prana is more observed. Third one, yogic breathing. Large amount of prana is observed and stored in the body, which can be used in case of emergencies like diseases. Next, importance of yoga. Yoga is not simply physical exercise, but it gives relief to physical and mental ailments. The importance can be understood from the following quotation according to Bhagavad Gita. Through constant practice of yoga, one can overcome all difficulties and eradicate all weaknesses. Pain can be transmitted into bliss. Pain can be transmitted into bliss, sorrow into joy, failure into success, and sickness into perfect health. Determination, patience, persistence lead us towards our goal. See, benefits of yoga: physical ailments, postural deformities, hygienic value, mental relaxation, willpower, and confidence. First one, physical ailments. The regular practice of yogic asanas can prevent many diseases like constipation, cold, cough, insomnia, arthritis, diarrhea, acidity, and etc. Next one, postural deformities. Many asanas can prevent and cure postural deformities. The deformation of spine leads to many postural deformities which can be prevented through the regular practice of asanas. Postural deformities example: kyphosis, lordosis, scoliosis, flat foot, knock knee, etc. Next, third one, hygienic value. Many kriyas like dhoti, neti, navli, and etc. clean various internal organs of the body. Dhoti kriya is helpful in cleansing digestive tract. The regular practice of neti prevents colds. Fourth one, mental relaxation. Mental fatigue is relieved to a great extent through regular practice of yoga. A person remains free from anger, anxiety, and emotional disturbances. It is well explained in Bhagavad Gita that when the mind and body are working together harmoniously due to yogic discipline, we can find calm and peace of mind at every moment. Next, last one, willpower and confidence. Through meditation, mind can be trained to concentrate in one direction. All the directions are eliminated and person gets mental power, which is essential requisite of all power and confidence. Yoga often prolongs life because all the systems of the body became efficient. Nowadays, even Western people have started practicing yoga. The yoga is preventative and curative for many diseases. Next, elements of yoga. Elements. Total 8 elements. The elements of yoga have been described as Ashtanga Yoga. The Ashtanga Yoga has been derived from two words, Ashta, which means eight, Anga means limbs. Hence, Ashtanga Yoga is also known as the eight-limbed yoga. According to Patanjali, the path of internal purification for relieving the universal self consists of the following eight spiritual practices. First one, Yama. Second, Niyama. Next, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. First one, Yama. Yama means five moral codes. First one, Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha. First one, Ahimsa. Ahimsa means non-killing or non-stealing. This means it focuses on non-killing, even this guides not to pain others. It has been noticed that non-violence arises from fear and weaknesses. This guides a person to curb anger and lead non-silent life. Second one, Satya. Satya means truth. It refers to truth. It is stated that if a person follows the truth, he gets fruitful results. So it gives stress and truthfulness. Third one, Asteya. Asteya means not stealing. A person is told not to lift anything of the person without asking him. So this guides to reduced physical needs. Next, fourth one, Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means bachelors. This leads to celibacy. A yogi is instructed to follow the bachelor's life to preserve energy. Last one, Aparigraha. It refers to non-covetousness. This makes people to live simple life and should have no desire of collecting the things. Next, Niyama, self-purification and study. Niyama means rules. Patanjali listed five following rules. First one, Saucha, Santosha, Tapa, Sohadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhan. First one, Saucha. Saucha means purity, cleaning. Saucha, purity is very essential for well-being. So after practicing of asanas, lot of toxins and dirt come out of the body, which must be cleaned by taking bath. This aims to remove all impurities from the body. Second one, Santosha. Santosha means happiness. Contentment must be induced, otherwise it is difficult to concentrate on any kind of work. It is also advised to do yoga in clean air and noise or free area. For this purpose, banks of rivers are preferred. Next, Tapa. It has been derived from the word Tapa, which means burn. Tapa means burn. A person with the help of Tapa can gain strength, endurance, courage and simplicity. Next, fourth one, Sohadhyaya. Sohadhyaya means self-study. It is considered as the study of teachings and scriptures. In it is self-study is given preference. It is advised to study divine literature for making life healthy, peaceful and happy. Last one, Ishvara Pranidhana. Ishvara Pranidhana means dedicate to God. Worship and dedication to God is preferred. A person who has faith in God never feels sorrow. Next, asanas. Asana means posture. They are known as postures exercises. They are also known as yogic postures. Mainly 48 postures, all the yogic as develop physique of the body. Since mind and study are interdependent, thus the practice of asanas is very essential to develop the body. Next, pranayama. Pranayama means breath control. The word pranayama comes from Sanskrit word. It has two parts, prana and ayama, means controller the prana. Through pranayama, vital forces can be controlled by concentration and breathing. It leads to the control and regulation of breath. The pranayama has three phases: Puraka, Rechaka, Kumbhaka. Puraka, inhalation. Rechaka, exhalation. Kumbhaka, breath holding. See, Puraka, it is inhalation of air into the lungs. Rechaka, it is exhalation of air from lungs. Kumbhaka, in a particular posture, the holding of breath is done. During this, no exhalation and no inhalation is done. It is considered that through pranayama, each part of the body can be filled with prana. Prana means breath. This can be prevent many diseases. It keeps the mind and body alive. Next, pratyahara. Pratyahara means sense control. It is considered as withdrawal of senses. Since senses pull a person towards external desire of the object, the control of senses play a vital role. After controlling senses, a person attains peace. Next one, dharana, concentration. After achieving all above, now a person needs control and must have senses of complete absorption. It is fixing the thinking and internal space. Next, dhyana. Dhyana means meditation. This is meditation. A person gets continuous state of the dhyana. Next, last one, samadhi, contemplation. It is when dhyana reaches a state where only the awareness of its meaning remains and even the personal identity is lost. Next, introduction, asanas, pranayama, meditation and yoga kriyas. First one, asanas. Asanas Asanas can be defined as the physical yoga postures or positions that is designed to improve the physiological functions of the body. Asanas are the essence of yoga. They develop strength and endurance, improving circulation and energy flow, cleansing organs and other systems, and expanding muscles and joints. All these benefits of the asanas are are integral part of the yoga. Asanas plays vital role in reducing fatigue, muscle tension and stress. It also improves balance and body postures is directly related to sports efficiency and it gets improved with yoga. Next, asanas help to develop sportsmen in following ways: muscular strength, cardiovascular endurance, balance, peace of mind, agility. See, first one, muscular strength. The yogic asanas develop the muscular strength of athletes. Almost all the asanas are similar to isometric exercises which develop strength of muscles. Second one, cardiovascular endurance. Practice of asanas leads to the development of intercostal muscles and diaphragm, due to which endurance of the persons increases. Next, third one, balance. Holding up body postures in position improves the balancing of an individual. Improvement balance Improvement of balance is one of the benefits of yoga. Improved balance is referred not only to the sharp physical coordination but also to the balance between the left and right, iron and ugly and low aspects of the one's body. See this picture example, work and life balancing. Next, peace of mind. Many meditative asanas lead to development of mental peace. Through yoga, one gets a free from stress, anxiety, and depression, which improves peace of mind. Many competitions create fear and stress, which can be removed by yoga easily. Next, agility. Agility and coordination. Asanas develops speed and flexibility, which lead to the development of agility. Yoga makes a person flexible that helps to make him agile. Next, pranayama. Pranayama is the derived from two Sanskrit words, prana and ayama. Prana means life or life force. Ayama means development or control. Pranayama is the fourth stage in Patanjali's eight stage yoga discipline. Therefore, pranayama is the development and control of life force. It is a form of breathing exercise and is very important in yoga. Pranayama is also known as the control of breath. It goes along with the asanas or exercise. Since breath is the life of force that sustains life, nobody can survive more than a few minutes without air. When the breath stops, life ends. There are various types of pranayama. Some of the popular forms are Ujjayi pranayama, Shitali pranayama, Viloma, Kapalabhati, Surya Vedana, Bastrika, etc. Pranayama is beneficial in sports as following development take place with the help and practice of pranayama. Say example, first one, it relaxes the body, mind and helps to reconnect with spirit. Next one, it increases the absorption of oxygen and helps in elimination of waste gases and carbon dioxide from the body. Next one, it improves the blood circulation, thus develops the endurance. Next one, the deep diaphragmatic breathing helps to body get red blood cells and gases chemicals. It also bring up to 7 times more oxygen into the lungs. Next one, the concentration increases. Next one, it increases the elasticity and capacity of the lungs. Next one, it energizes positive thoughts, self-acceptance and self-confidence. Next, it maintains a balanced metabolism. Next, types of pranayama. Shitali pranayama, Shitkari pranayama, Kapalabhati pranayama, Ujjayi pranayama. First one, Shitali pranayama. See this picture. Shitali pranayama, take the Padmasana position. Open the mouth and lips are kept in an O formation. O. The tongue should touch teeth and the shape of the tongue must form a shape of resembling or curled lip. Then the tongue is protruded and curled out of the lips at least 1 inch. Inhale fully and hold it for 5 seconds. Side by side neck is flexed. So that chin touches sternum or chest bone, exhale slowly, lie down in Shavasana. Next one, Shitkari pranayama using teeth. In this technique, the tongue is not curled like leaf and lips are parted. The rest of technique is same as of Shitali pranayama. Next, third one, Kapalabhati. Kapala means skull. In this, inhalation is slowly done and exhalation is done vigorously in the end. Again, lie down in Shavasana. Next, Ujjayi pranayama. After acquiring Padmasana position, the air is inhaled through both nostrils. Hold the breath for at least 2 seconds. Exhale slowly and deeply till the lungs are empty. This activity is done for 5 minutes. In the end, lie down in a Shavasana posture. Next, meditation. Meditation is a mental discipline by which the practitioner attempts to think into the deeper state of relaxation or awareness. It is an instantly personal and spiritual experiences. Desired purpose of each meditational technique is to channelize our awareness into more positive directions by totally transforming one state of mind. The aim of meditation is to concentrate on the inner self. The entire process of the meditation usually entails the 3 stages: concentration, meditation, Absorption. The meditation has many benefits for the sports or lifestyle. Relaxation and meditation, stress and meditation, pain and meditation, premenstrual syndrome and meditation, respiratory system and meditation, phobias and meditation. First one, relaxation and meditation. Relaxation and meditation. The practice of meditation relaxes the mind and body. Lot of mental and physical fatigue occurs after competition, and hence meditation helps to recovering from the fatigue. The mental fatigue can be minimized by the meditation. Second one, stress and meditation. The competitive sports often create a lot of stress on players. Meditation has great impact on stress. Competitions create lot of stress which can be minimized by meditation. Third one, pain and meditation. Chronic pain can systematically erode the quality of life. Anxiety increases the pain. A player who is under stress experiences pain more intensely and becomes even more stressed, which aggravates his pain. Meditation may not eliminate pain, but it helps to people recover more effectively. Next, premenstrual syndrome and meditation. The premenstrual cycle creates problem among the women. Meditation can ease physical complaints such as premenstrual syndrome, PMS, premenstrual syndrome, tension such as headaches and other common health problems. Next one, respiratory system and meditation. The meditation promotes deep breathing which increases the respiratory efficiency and thus enhance sports performance. Next, last one, phobias and meditation. The competitive sports develop fear of losing game which can generate phobia in a player. Meditation can help to resolve the deepest of nervousness, fears and conflict which play play their part in the causing stress and ill health. Next, yogic kriyas. The kriyas are techniques used for cleansing the purifying the body and mind. These kriyas are also known as the shatkarmas. The yogic kriyas are helpful in cleansing the various internal organs of the body. Yogic kriyas Kapalabhati, Basti or Vasti. Basti again two types, Jalabasti, Stulabasti, Vamanadauti, Jalaneti, Sutraneti, Trataka. First one, Kapalabhati. The word Kapalabhati is derived from the two words Kapala and Bhati, which means skull and shining, respectively. This kriyas mainly works for the organs under the skull, mainly the brain. Method. The processes of Kapalabhati is related to breathing. It should be started from the sitting Padmasana. The stomach muscle should be moved freely. This process is limited to Puraka and Rechaka performed in a typical manner. Rechaka is most important in Kapalabhati performing. Rechaka, the air is pushed out with the help of violent movement of the abdominal muscles and diaphragm. After this, Puraka is done by inhaling air. Kapalabhati comprises of the strong Rechaka, natural Puraka and again strong Rechaka and natural Puraka. It prevents illness and allergies. Next, Basti. First one, Jalabasti. This technique is practiced with or without a bamboo tube, but it is preferred to use a bamboo tube. The person is advised to sit in a tub or containing water. The level of water should be at the level of navel. Attain Utkatasana, sitting Utkatasana posture by resting the body on the forepart of feet. The heels pressing against the posteriors. A small bamboo tube is insta- inserted into the lubricated anus about the 2 to 3 inches. Then contract the anus outside, draw the water into the bowls slowly. Shake well the water within the bowls and then expel the water outside. Next, second one, Stulabasti. After sitting in Paschimottanasana, turn the abdominal and interstitial portion slowly with a downward motion. Contract the sphincter, sphincter muscles. This removes constipation and all the abdominal disorders. It helps in curing urinary and digestive disorders. Next, Vamana Dauti. This is the easiest type of Dauti. This facilitates washing of the entire digestive path. In 1 liter lukewarm water, 1 tablespoon salt. Salt is added. Drink all of it is as quickly as possible. As it is imperative to drink salty water fast rather the sipping. After this, person will start feeling vomiting. Body is leaning forward and the middle and index finger is inserted in the throat. Will induce vomiting. Keep reticulating your whole vomiting until all the water is got out of the stomach. Dautis prevents constipation, gastrics and dyspepsia. They also improves kidneys functioning. Next, Jalaneti. A special neti pot is filled with warm water, a pinch of salt added to the water. The spout of the pot is inserted into the one of the nostril. The position of the head and foot are adjusted so that the water flows out from the nostril. While it is the nostrils inserted to yoga. Practitioners, this technique is especially suited to the common man for the remarkable effects on the treating sinus infections, allergies, headache and even stress. Neti can prevent allergies, common colds and even asthma. Next, Sutra Neti. A soft and smooth sutra is inserted into the left nostril till it reaches throat. After this, with the help of 2 fingers, the sutra is pulled out the mouth, keeping other end out the nostril. Slowly and gently the thread is pulled backward and forward for 30 to 50 times. After this, the same process is done for the nostril. It is reduced emotional tension and reduces anxiety or depression, easily hysteria. Next, Trataka. Trataka can be performed without any object. However, it is most often performed by placing a candle about the 3 feet in front. Gazing steadily without blinking at the candle flame for 20 minutes is done. This practice activates the tear glands and purifies the vision. Next, asanas, preventive measures. Asanas can be defined as the physical yoga postures or position that is designed to improve the physiological functions of the body. Asanas are the essence of yoga. They develop strength and endurance, improving circulation and energy flow, cleansing organs and other systems, and expanding muscles and joints. All the benefits of asanas are integral part of the yoga. Asanas play a vital role in reducing fatigue, muscle tension and stress. It also improves balance, flexibility, and strength. Body postures is directly related to sports efficiency and it gets improved with yoga. Next, asanas. First, discussing some asanas. First one, Vajrasana. See this posture. Vajrasana is also the diamond pose. It is a kneeling pose. The name is derived from Sanskrit word Vajra, which means diamond or thunderbolt. Benefits of Vajrasana: it gives relief to constipation, acidity, and facilitates digestion process. Second one, it helps to people who are suffering from gas belching and frequent prouts. Next one, it helps to relieving back pain, stomach disorders, and urinary problems. Next one, it improves blood circulation. Next, contraindications of Vajrasana. It is not advisable for the person suffering from joint pain. Next one, people suffering from spinal column ailments, especially on the lower vertebra, should not attempt this pose. Next one, the people suffering from hernia, ulcer, and other diseases of the small and large intestine should practice this pose under the expert's guidance and advice only. Next, Astasana. Astasana is derived from the Sanskrit word asta, which means ants. This asana is practiced as Urdhvastasana and also known as the upward salute. Urdhva means upward. Benefits of Urdhvasana: it stretched the entire body. Second one, it helps to improving digestion, relieves stress and anxiety, improves body posture, increase the capacity of lungs, improves blood circulation, it eases cyctia. Next, strengthens arms and shoulders. Contraindications: avoid this pose in case neck and shoulder pain or shoulder injuries. Next, Trikonasana. Trikonasana is derived from the Sanskrit word Trikona, which means triangle. It is also called as triangle pose. It is the standing posture which include deep stretch to the whole body parts. Next, benefits of triangle pose or Trikonasana: helps in developing flexibility of and back muscles, chest and shoulders. Next one, develops stretchability of the spine. Next one, improves strength of the thighs and calves or calves. Next one, it helps in relieving backache and gastrics and indigestion, acidity and flatulence. Next, it stimulates the nervous system and alleviates nervous depression, strengthens the pelvic area. Contraindications of Trikonasana: people suffering from migraine, diarrhea, or neck and back injuries are advised not to perform this asana. Next, Ardha Matsyendrasana. This asana is named after the great yogi Matsyendranath. The name is derived from Sanskrit word Ardha means of, Matsya means fish, Indra means king. See this picture, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Next, benefits of Ardha Matsyendrasana: it increases flexibility of spine, removes the waste of products of the body and improves digestion, improves functioning of heart, kidneys, liver, and lungs. It helps in getting rid of fatigue, backache, and menstrual discomfort. Next one, releases excess of toxins and heat from tissues and organs. Next, contraindications: people who have gone through surgeries of heart or abdomen, brain should avoid practice this asana. It should be avoided during pregnancy. Next, it must be performed with care in case of people suffering from peptic ulcer or hernia. Next one, Bhujangasana. The name of Bhujangasana is derived from the Sanskrit word Bhujanga, meaning snake or serpent. Bhujangasana is the stretching yogic exercise of the front torso and spine. It resembles with the final stage when the cobra is ready to attack its prey by raising its wood. See this picture. Next, Bhujangasana benefits. It helps in developing flexibility of the spine and leads to curing backache. Next one, this posture helps to compress like kidney, thus removes the stagnated blood therapy and helps in improving the efficiency of the kidneys. Next, Bhujangasana regulates the thyroid glands, thus helps to maintain a good health. Next, this pose helps to expand the chest, thus helps in normal breathing. Contraindications: this asana must not be performed by person who is suffering from peptic ulcer, hernia, tuberculosis and hypertension or hyperthyroidism. Next one, a person having abdominal injuries should avoid practice of this asana. Next one, Paschimottanasana. The Paschimottanasana name of this asana is derived from the Sanskrit word Paschima, which means west or back of the body, and Uttana, which means intense, stretch or straight or extended. Paschimottanasana benefits: it helps in relieving stress, reduces fatty deposits in the abdomen. Next one, minimizes anxiety, anger and irritability. Next one, improves the flexibility of the spine. Next, helps to minimize constipation and cures digestive disorders. Next, tones and abdominal pelvic organs. Next, relieves headache and migraine and eye strain. Next, Pavana Muktasana. Pavana Muktasana is derived from the Sanskrit word Pavana, which means wind, and Mukta means release. Wind release. Pavana Muktasana means wind release. Benefits of Pavana Muktasana: it helps in strengthening the back and abdominal muscles, massages the intestine and other organs in the abdomen, develops digestion and release of gases, enhance blood circulation in the hip joints and eases tensions in the lower back. Contraindications of Pavana Muktasana: avoid during the period of pregnancy, anyone suffering from hernia or piles and avoids this asana. Avoid practicing this asana of people are facing high blood pressure or hypertension or heart problems. Next, Sukhasana. The name of Sukhasana is derived from the Sanskrit word Sukham, which means delight or bliss. Benefits of Sukhasana: broadens collarbones and chest. It calms the mind, enhances condition of peacefulness. It helps in minimizing anxiety, stress and mental tiredness. It helps in improving body posture. It helps in reducing fatigue. It strengthens the back. Contraindications of Sukhasana: this asana doesn't have excessively nervousness contraindications. However, individuals who are experiencing backache shouldn't stay in this position for over 5 minutes. Person suffering from knee injury is not advised to sit in this position for a long time. Next, Chakrasana. The name of this asana is derived from the addition of two different words. Chakra, which means wheel. This is asana, wheel pose. See this picture. Benefits of Chakrasana: the chest enhances and the lungs get more oxygen. It reduces the stress and tension. This asana helps to strengthening the back and increases the elasticity of the spine. It reduces the fat in abdomen area and tones the digestive system. It regulates the endocrine glands and maintains the metabolism normally. Next, it also helps in stimulating the process of the liver and kidneys. Contraindications of Chakrasana. People suffering from diarrhea and hernia should avoid this asana. People having heart problems must do this asana after consulting doctor. This asana is not safe for the pregnant woman. Those persons suffering from hypertension must not practice this asana. Next, Gomukhasana. The name of Gomukhasana is derived from the Sanskrit words Go, meaning cow, and Mukha means head. This asana stretches several parts of the body simultaneously, including ankles, thighs, hips, chest, neck, arms, and hands. This benefits of Gomukhasana. This asana helps to relaxing a person. It stimulates the kidneys. Gomukhasana is helpful in relieving ailments like diabetes and high blood pressure. Next, since practicing Gomukhasana leads to development of the muscles and lower back or hips and knees. So Gomukhasana beneficial for backache sustained. Next, contraindications of Gomukhasana. This asana should not be practiced in case of neck, knee, hip and shoulder injury. Don't go behind over personal abilities. Next, Parvatasana. Parvatasana is one of the important seated yoga posture as the pose has resembled a mountain. It is called Parvatasana. See this picture. Parvatasana benefits since it gives a full body stretches, so it improves the blood circulation. Next, it helps in reducing mental fatigue and also improves the memory and concentration. Next one, it strengthens the weak muscles of the body and thus prevents any injury. Next one, it improves the health of internal organs. Next one, it helps in losing body weight. Contraindications of Parvatasana. Don't overstrain the knees. The neck should be kept straight to avoid any forward movements. Next, avoid hunching of the back during sitting position. Next, it can cause hunchback and stiff shoulder due to wrong way of the doing this asana. Next, Matsyasana. The name Matsyasana is derived from the Sanskrit word Matsya, which means fish. Matsyasana is also known as fish pose. See this posture. Next, benefits of Matsyasana. It strengthens the muscles of your upper back and back neck. Next one, it helps in improving postures and provides relief from respiratory disorders. Next one, Matsyasana also strengthens the spine and helps to prevent backache and pain. Contraindications of Matsyasana. A person suffering from hypertension must avoid this asana. Next, migraine and insomnia patients should also avoid this asana. Next, individuals suffering serious lower back or neck injuries should not practice this Matsyasana. Next, Tadasana. The word is derived from the Sanskrit word Tada, which means palm tree. Tadasana is the beginnings and ending asana of the Namaskara according to Ashtanga Yoga. Benefits of Tadasana. It strengthens the lungs. This asana activates the nervousness of the entire body. It improves strengthens of the vertebral column. Next, helps in improving digestion. Next, develops the strength of the arms and legs. Next one, it reduces the problems of flat foot. Contraindications of Tadasana. Persons suffering from headaches, low blood pressure and insomnia are advised not to practice this asana without consulting the yoga instructor or doctor. Next one, during pregnancy, this asana should be avoided. Next, Ardha Chakrasana. The name is derived from the Sanskrit words Ardha meaning of, Chakra meaning wheel. See this posture, Ardha Chakrasana. Benefits: improves the strengthens of front upper torso. Next one, develops the tone of the arms and shoulder muscles. Next, contraindications of Ardha Chakrasana. Person suffering with serious or spinal problems should avoid this asana. Patients of high blood pressure and brain ailments should avoid this asana. Next one, peptides, ulcer, hernia patients should also avoid this asana. During pregnancy, this asana should be avoided. Next, Shavasana. This asana is derived from the Sanskrit word Shava, which means corpse. This pose looks like sleeping pose. It is very simple and everyone can do this asana. See this asana. See benefits of Shavasana. It relaxes whole body. Next one, it helps in releasing stress, fatigue, depression and tension. Next one, improves concentration, helps in curing insomnia. Next, it calms the mind and improves mental health. Next, stimulates blood circulation. Next, it is beneficial for those suffering from neurological problems, asthma, constipation, diabetes and indigestion. Contraindications of Shavasana. This asana is absolutely safe and can be practiced by anyone and everyone, unless the doctor has advised not to lie on back. Next one, someone with severe acidity may find lying on back very uncomfortable as the food pipe may causes irritation. Next, Vakrasana. Vakrasana is derived from the Sanskrit word Vakra, which means twisting. It is simplified from a Ardha Matsyendrasana. See this posture, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Next, benefits of Ardha Matsyendrasana. It increases the elasticity of the spine and tones the spinal nerves. Next one, helps to get relieve the stiffness of vertebra. Next one, massage the body abdominal organs. Next one, reduces belly fat. Next, regulates the secretion of digestive juices, useful and different digestive disorders. Next, contraindication. Avoid this asana in case person is suffering from severe back pain. Next one, this asana is also not recommended for people suffering from ulcer and hernia. Next, Shalabhasana. The name of this asana is derived from the Sanskrit word Shalabha, which means locust or grasshopper type of insect. While doing Shalabhasana, the complete body shape seems like a locust or grasshopper. Structure this posture is additionally known as the locust pose. See, benefits of the Shalabhasana. It is beneficial in all the disorders associated with the lower and end of the spine. It helps in minimizing backache and pain. Next, useful for reducing unwanted fasts around the abdomen, waist, hips and thighs. Next one, this asana can cure cervical and spinal cord ailments. Next one, it strengthens wrists, hips, thighs and legs or lower abdomen and diaphragm. Contraindications, Shalabhasana. Persons having cardiac problems and hypertension must avoid this asana. In case of peptic ulcer and asana should not be practiced. Hernia patients should avoid this asana. Next, obesity. Obesity procedure benefits and contraindications for the Vajrasana, Astasana, Trikonasana and Ardha Matsyendrasana. Obesity, the major cause of obesity is poor lifestyle. Obesity leads to a many health problems. More than half of the U- as population today is considered obese. Factors like genetics or environment can contribute to obesity, but there is no doubt that your lifestyle also plays a big role. If you have been gaining pounds lately, then chances are that your lifestyle could be causing your weight gain. Here are some ways that lifestyle could be making you obese. Obesity does not just happen overweight, rather the develops the gradually from improper diet and poor lifestyle chances. See, prevention and management of obesity. Regular exercise, avoid eating regular fast food, avoid drinking too much of alcohol, proper diet. First one, regular exercise. Sedentary lifestyle leads to obesity. Regular exercise helps in fighting obesity. In addition to regular exercise, the habit of evening stroll and walk to the market instead the taking the vehicle and used to staircases instead and evaluator can help to lot of burn calories. Whenever people are free, they tend to watch TV, browse the internet, or play computer games instead the doing regular exercises. Habit of cycling also reduces the obesity. Second one, avoid eating regularly fast food. Nowadays, people take fast food regularly. This has increased the number of obese people. Due to busy lifestyle, cooking own food is avoided and fast food is given preference, and this leads to obesity. Instead of cooking, ordering fast food from restaurants is much more convenient. The worst part is the most of the fast food are having ingredients of more energy. Total fat, saturated fat, carbohydrates, and added sugars. Hence, hence in lifestyle, one must have habit to avoid fast food and regularly. Next, third one, avoid drinking too much of alcohol. Alcohol contains a lot of calories, and heavy drinkers are often to be obese. In a lifestyle, avoid drinking which can reduce the obesity. Next, fourth one, proper diet. The unhealthy food choices are examples of bad lifestyle. Overeating habit leads to obesity. By eating fruits and unrefined carbohydrates, one can reduce the obesity. Obesity during the childhood can lead to obesity related health problems in later life. The unhealthy lifestyle continues till adulthood and leads to the big problem. Next, diabetes. Diabetes procedure benefits and contraindications for Bhujangasana, Paschimottanasana, Pavanamuktasana, and Ardha Matsyendrasana. Diabetes. The diabetes is also related with lifestyle. It can be managed by the following ways: food, proper coordination of meals and medication, regular exercise. First one, food. Healthy eating is a major factor of good lifestyle. The management of diabetes largely depends on the type of food, food person is eating. Eating well balanced meal can prevent diabetes. Second one, proper coordination of meals and medication. Too little food in comparison to diabetes medications, especially insulin, may lead to hypoglycemia and can cause dangerously low blood sugar. However, excessive intake of food may causes increases in blood sugar level, leading hyperglycemia. A person having healthy lifestyle can easily manage diabetes. Next, regular exercise. Regular exercise can help to manage diabetes or management plan. Whenever workout is done, the sugar or glucose is used to obtain energy. The regular exercise can improve body responses to insulin. During active lifestyle such as housework, gardening or walking and cycling can also lower blood sugar level. Drink plenty of water while exercising because dehydration can affect blood sugar levels. Next, asthma. Asthma procedure benefits and contraindications for Sukhasana, Chakrasana, Gomukasana, Parvatasana, Bhujangasana and Paschimottanasana and Matsyasana. Asthma is caused due to constriction of airways. In this condition, extra masses is also produced. Ultimately, this leads to shortness of breath and triggers coughing and wheezing. Generally, the symptoms of asthma range of minor to major. See, the following are the symptoms of asthma: shortness of breath, stiffness of chest and pain, infrequent coughing and sneezing, wheezing sound, increasing difficulty in breathing. Next, asthma prevention and management of asthma, mainly by using air conditioners, minimizing dust, clean regularly. First one, by using air conditioners. The windows of the air conditions houses are the mainly closed and this reduces the entry of airborne or pollens that can cause of asthma. Second one, minimizing dust. Minimize dust in the minimize dust in the house and working place. For the example, by removing carpeting and installing the hardwood can reduce the dust. Next, clean regularly. Keep your home and workplace clean every day. Use the mask while cleansing can also prevent asthma. Next, the asthma can be managed by following ways: regular exercise, avoid obesity, eat plenty of fruits and vegetables, control acidity, breathing technology, breathing techniques, relaxation techniques. First one, regular exercise. Regular exercise develops circulatory and respiratory system that helps in relieving symptoms of asthma. Second one, avoid obesity. It is well known that being obese can worsen symptoms of asthma. Obese are often higher risk of many health problems by avoiding obesity. Asthma can be controlled to great extent. Next, third one, eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. Eating plenty of fruits and vegetables may develop lung function and that may reduce symptoms of asthma. Many food items are rich in protective nutrients. They are the antioxidants that boost the immune system. Next, fourth one, control acidity. Sometimes the acid reflux causes of heartburn and that may damage lungs airways. The worsen asthma symptoms, controlling acidity can reduce the symptoms of asthma. Next one, breathing techniques. The breathing exercise may reduce the symptoms of asthma. Practice of yoga increases fitness and reduce stress, which may lead to reduce the symptoms of asthma. Next, last one, relaxation technique. Relaxation techniques such as meditation reduce the stress and this can be helpful in controlling asthma. Next one, hypertension. Hypertension, Padasana, Vajrasana, Pavanamuktasana, Ardha Chakrasana, Bhujangasana, and Shavasana. Hypertension is also known as the high blood pressure. Healthy lifestyle chances are important for lowering blood pressure. Lifestyle plays an important role in treating your high blood pressure. If blood pressure is controlled by healthy lifestyle, it can avoid delay or reduce the need of medication. See, the following are the methods prevent and manage hypertension. exercise regularly, eating healthy diet, proper sleeping habits, reducing stress, re- reduction of consumptions of alcohol, avoid tobacco products. First one, exercise regularly. Regular exercise can lower blood pressure to a great extent. It is a well known fact that the least doing exercise for 30 to 60 minutes every day can lower your blood pressure by 4 to 9 mm. However, if a person is diagnosed with pre hypertension and exercise can avoid hypertension. Second one, eating healthy habit or healthy diet. Eating diet that is rich in whole grains, fruits and vegetables, low fat dairy products and low fat cholesterol can lower blood pressure by 14 mm. The proper eating plan to the proper eating plan to reduce the hypertension. Next, proper sleeping habits. Insufficient sleep insufficient sleep may raise the hypertension. People sleeping late night can often lead to hypertension as stress hormone levels increase with sleeplessness. So proper sleep is important constraint of healthy lifestyle and can reduce the blood pressure. Next, reducing stress. A person who practices yoga and relaxation techniques such as medication may control stress. Even playing games can also reducing stress. The reduction in stress can also reduce the hypertension. Next, avoid tobacco products. It is well known fact that cigarette smoking increases the blood pressure. The nicotine in tobacco can rises 10 mm of the blood pressure. Smoking throughout the day leads to rise in blood pressure. Avoiding tobacco products can help to controlling hypertension. Next, backache. Tadasana, Ardha Matsyendrasana, Vakrasana, Shalabhasana, and Bhujangasana. Back pain. Back pain is also related to lifestyle. The prevention and management can be done in following ways: sedentary lifestyle, poor posture, incorrect lifting style, loss weight, wear proper shoes, right sleeping habit. First one, sedentary lifestyle. The lethargic people often avoid exercise can cause or worsen back pain because the increased stiffness and weakened muscles. The strengthening exercise for the back muscles always support the spine and prevent back pain. According to Dr. Pinkel, movement and exercise also keep the spine healthy, flexible, and strong. Gentle forms of exercise such as yoga, pilates, water therapy, reading, stationary, bike, or walking are especially helpful. Next one, poor posture. Incorrect sitting posture can cause us low back pain or once existing pain. The incorrect sitting posture like slouching or learning on chair can be lead to stress at the pain, which can lead to back pain. The best sitting position for your back is to gain it against the chair back. Next, incorrect lifting style. In daily life, a person has to lift a lot of heavy things. Lifting in incorrect method can cause us a back pain. The weight is lifted by extension of knees or knee joint, then extension of spine. In proper lifestyle, a person must understand the correct lifting style, which can minimize the occurrence of back pain. Next one, loss weight. By maintaining healthy weight, one can minimize the occurrence of back pain. A person having overweight may shift his center of gravity and throw up the posture. Exercise and nutrition's diet can reduce the overweight and help to prevent back pain. Next, wear proper shoes. The back pain can be caused due to faulty shoes. Walking for long distance while wearing high heels can cause us the problems of back pain. Flat shoes with good arch support can help to minimizing back pain. Next one, right sleeping habits. The back must be given support while sleeping. The mattress on which a person sleeps must not be too firm and not too soft. Either sleeping habits and back or stomach strains of the back. It is always better to sleep on side. This habit of sleeping will reduce the strain in back and will reduce the chances of back pain. Next, Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra is known as the yogic sleep. Mainly, it is a state of conscious deep sleep. It is a dominant relaxation and meditation. Meditation technique derived from ancient Tantra. It was developed by Swami Satyananda. This technique leads to deep body and mind relaxation. This is also aimed to increasing self-awareness. This also has aimed to increasing self-awareness. Yoga Nidra techniques enables to remain aware while entering into the dream during the sleeping status of consciousness. Illa state of Yoga Nidra is achieved by remaining consciousness during the deep sleep state. The technique is very easy to perform, however, in meditation, a person remain in the walking state of consciousness and softly focus and mind while permitting thought patterns, emotions, sensations, and images or rise. Yoga Nidra is a state that is very relaxing. It is also used by yogic or purify the samskaras. The deep impression that are the driving forces behind the karma. Next, advantages of Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra provides total relaxation in the mind and body. Many people feel that it is more relaxing than even sleep. Next one, it helps in reducing depression and anxiety. Sleep improves significantly. Learning becomes much quicker, improves concentration and memory. Various diseases such as insomnia, hypertension, ulcer, digestive disorders, and even asthma can be managed by practice of Yoga Nidra. Next, some MCQ questions. Question number 1. Yoga is derived from the yuj. Question number 2. Vajrasana is known as diamond pose. Next, the Tadasana is derived from the Sanskrit word Tada. Question number 4. Asthma is caused by contractions of airways. Next question. Pranayama is science of breath. Asana is physical posture. Next, Astasana is derived from the ants. Trikonasana is associated with pose shape, triangle pose. Bhujangasana is derived from the snake. Next question, Pavana Muktasana is release of wind. Next question, Gomukasana is derived from the cow. Next question, hypertension is high blood pressure. Next question, Ashtanga Yoga, how many elements? Ashtanga Yoga, how many elements? 8. Next, Rikshasana is associated with tree. Yoga Nidra is known as yogic sleep. Next question, which asana is associated with eagle? Garudasana. Kapalabhati is associated with skull. Thank you.